You've been told that fruit trees are the ultimate food producers. Plant a tree, wait a few years, and enjoy the harvest. That's the dream, right? But what if that's completely wrong? What if the real powerhouses of food production aren't towering trees at all, but small, fast, relentless little plants that most gardeners completely ignore? Think about it. A fruit tree takes up meters of space, demands years of patience, and gives you one seasonal window to harvest. Meanwhile, a tiny plant on your windowsill could be producing food every single week. Today, we're counting down the 20 compact plants that outperform fruit trees in yield, speed, and efficiency. And by the time we reach number 1, you're going to rethink everything you thought you knew about growing food. Let's start fast, because the first one on this list proves the point in under 30 days. Number 20, radishes. If you want proof that small plants win, look no further. Radishes are ready to harvest in just 25 to 30 days, not months, not years, days. A fruit tree needs anywhere from 3 to 10 years before it gives you a single piece of fruit. In that same period, you could run through dozens of radish cycles, each one producing a dense, tight cluster of roots packed in minimal space. The math is brutal. Speed is productivity, and radishes make that case better than almost anything else in the garden. Number 19, green onions. One planting, endless harvests. You cut them, they grow back. Cut them again, they grow back again. Every 7 to 10 days, you've got a fresh set of greens ready to go. No replanting, no waiting for a new season. Trees give you fruit once a year. Green onions give you food every single week. From a glass of water on your kitchen counter. That's not gardening, that's a perpetual food system in miniature. Number 18. Lettuce. Most people pull the whole plant. That's a mistake. Harvest only the outer leaves, and lettuce keeps producing 4 weeks on end. One planting becomes a continuous harvest engine. Compare that to a fruit tree. One season, one window, one opportunity. Lettuce gives you frequency, and in food production, frequency multiplies output in ways that single season harvests simply can't match. Number 17, spinach, dense planting, vertical leaf stacking, high yield per square foot. Spinach is a compact nutrient factory, delivering more nutritional value per meter of growing space than most fruit you'd wait years to harvest. The leaves stack upward rather than spreading outward, which means you pack more food into less ground. When you measure by nutrition per square foot, spinach doesn't just compete with fruit trees, it dominates them. Number 16, bush beans, small footprint, massive output. A single bush bean plant produces dozens of pods in a space a fruit tree couldn't even spread a branch into. And here's the bonus. Beans fix nitrogen into the soil as they grow, which means they're improving the earth beneath them while they produce above it. Efficiency per square meter, bush beans win every time. Number 15, kale, tough, persistent, relentless. Kale keeps producing through cold temperatures, through frost, through conditions that would shut down most crops. While fruit trees go dormant and wait for spring, kale keeps going. You're harvesting from one planting for months. That durability translates directly into long-term yield. And long-term yield is where real food production happens. Number 14, arugula, ready in weeks, regrows quickly after cutting. Multiple harvest cycles per season from a single planting. Arugula doesn't ask for patience. It rewards speed with speed, compounding output across the growing season in a way that slow maturing trees simply can't replicate. Every extra cycle is another layer of productivity stacked on top of the last. Number 13, zucchini. One plant and it will overwhelm you. We're talking dozens of fruits per plant across a single season. The flowering cycle is aggressive, new fruits forming faster than you can keep up with. That's not an exaggeration. Anyone who's grown zucchini knows the feeling. While a single fruit tree sits there, growing slowly, one zucchini plant is producing multiple times per week. Intensity beats scale. Number 12, cherry tomatoes, hundreds of fruits from one plant over months of continuous production. Cherry tomatoes are indeterminate growers. They don't stop fruiting when they hit a certain size. They just keep going. Cluster after cluster, week after week. The volume of food a single plant produces across a season makes it one of the most efficient crops you can grow in a compact space. Small fruit, massive output, and now we move into the plants most people completely underestimate. These aren't just productive, they redefine what productivity even means in the garden. From here on, every entry raises the stakes. Number 11, microgreens, the fastest edible crop that exists. 7 to 14 days from seed to harvest. No other food plant on earth compresses the grow cycle this tightly. While a fruit tree counts its age in years, microgreens count theirs in days, and the nutritional density at this early stage is extraordinary. Some varieties contain several times more nutrients per gram than the mature plant. Time compression equals extreme yield. It's that simple. Number 10, herbs, basil, mint, chives. These are perpetual harvest systems. The more you cut them, the more they grow. Pruning doesn't diminish the plant, it stimulates it. Weekly harvesting creates a continuous loop of fresh growth. Most fruit trees give you one active season. A well-managed herb plant gives you a harvest every single week. Interaction increases output. That's the rule herbs live by. Number 9, peas. Vertical growers, climbing plants that multiply your usable space in a way no fruit tree can. A trellis turns a narrow strip of ground into a towering column of food. You're not just using horizontal space, you're stacking yield vertically. Trees occupy footprint, peas multiply it. That's the hidden advantage of vertical growth, and peas exploit it better than almost any other compact crop. Number 8, Swiss chard, months of continuous leaf production from a single plant. Swiss chard has one of the longest harvesting windows of any vegetable, outlasting many fruit seasons in sheer duration. It's resilient, adaptable, and consistent. You're not waiting for a fruiting event. You're pulling leaves steadily, week after week, from a plant that just keeps going. Longevity boosts yield, and Swiss chard has longevity to spare. Number 7, cucumbers, explosive production. Multiple fruits per week during peak season. The vine expands fast and fruits abundantly, giving you a consistent, high-frequency harvest across the growing season. There's no long wait for a single seasonal event. It's weekly, it's reliable, it's consistent, and in food production, consistency wins over everything else. Number 6, bok choy, fast maturity, compact form, tight spacing. Ready to harvest in around 30 days, bok choy can be grown in dense grids that turn a small raised bed into a serious food-producing machine. While a single fruit tree demands a full plot, you can run dozens of bok choy plants in the same space, cycling through harvest after harvest all season long. Density multiplies output, and bok choy is built for density. Number 5, garlic greens. Here's where it gets really interesting. You harvest the greens while the plant grows. Then you harvest the bulb. That's two separate yields from one plant, a staggered dual output system that no fruit tree can replicate. Trees give you one type of output from one annual event. Garlic greens give you layered productivity across the season. Two harvests, one plant, same footprint. Number 4, strawberries, small plants that spread through runners, creating entirely new plants that produce fruit of their own. One plant becomes 5. 5 becomes 25. The self-propagating system means your productive capacity expands without you doing anything. You're not scaling a fruit tree, you're watching strawberries replicate themselves across your garden, each new plant adding to the harvest. Replication beats size every time. Number 3, chili peppers. Months of continuous fruiting. Dozens, sometimes hundreds of peppers from a single plant across an extended season. The flowering cycle keeps going long after many fruit trees have shut down for the year. If you want duration, chili peppers deliver it. And duration, compounded by volume, creates a level of total output that makes a fruit tree look remarkably unproductive by comparison. Number 2, potatoes, the underground bulk producers. You plant one, and beneath the soil, multiplication happens invisibly. Multiple tubers per plant, packed beneath the surface. Building mass you can't see until harvest day. There's something almost surprising about digging up a potato plant. You put in very little, and you pull out far more than expected. What you don't see is producing more than what you can. Hidden efficiency is still efficiency. And number 1, micro dwarf tomatoes, the ultimate space hack. These are tomato varieties bred specifically for extreme compactness, fruiting abundantly from plants small enough to live on a tabletop, a windowsill, a balcony railing, continuous production, minimal space, maximum output per square centimetre. This is the end game of efficient food growing. While a fruit tree demands a yard, a micro dwarf tomato demands a pot and outproduces the tree in fruits per square foot year after year. Here's what all 20 of these plants have in common. Productivity was never about size. It was always about efficiency, speed, and cycles. A fruit tree is impressive to look at, but impressive isn't the same as productive. The plants on this list, radishes to micro dwarfs, prove that the most effective food systems are built on frequency, density, and relentless regeneration, not on scale. You don't need land, you need strategy. You don't need years, you need the right plants. Whether you've got a backyard, a balcony, or a windowsill, you have everything it takes to build a food system that outperforms trees most gardeners spend years tending. Start small, stack your yields, layer your harvests, and then ask yourself, which one on this list are you going to try first?